I am 17 years old, and everyone says that I cannot live without my phone. I live in a big town with a lot of dangers. Most of the day, I'm chatting with girls from my area that I don't know. I know that it is a little dangerous because I don't know them. But when I see that some of the girls are friends with people I know, I accept their request to talk. One day, I received a friend request from a really hot girl. She was from another city, but I was sure that we would never be so close to hang out. When I accepted her request, a new message arrived. It was my first time chatting with an older hot girl than me. Every day, we were talking about our lives. We had also exchanged phone numbers, but we never talked on the phone. Every time I called her, she was telling me that she was with her parents, or she had to do a lot of homework, but this was not a problem for me because we could chat. Everything looks great, right? Well, now starts the scary part of the story. I was addicted to her. She was like a drug for me. I am sure that you cannot understand what I mean, but I couldn't live without her, and I understand this now. After 2 months, the time came. She asked me to go out with her because she would come to my city. I was excited, and we decided to go in a remote and infamous park. It was not a problem for me, the place, but the time. She said to me that she wanted to meet me at 1 a.m. I was sure that something is wrong, and I had convinced myself that I will not go there. At that moment, though, I saw a strange message. She had started flirt, and I liked it. I had just done the worst mistake in my life. I agreed, and we would meet each other. I thought that she wanted to do me some weird stuff, so this was the reason she had chosen this place. But I wanted to go with one of my friends to this park. The moment had come, and at 23:30, my friend Jim came to my house. We couldn't wait, so we went to the park with his father's car. At midnight, we were outside the park. I said goodbye to my friend, and I went in the park. It was a really dark place, and it was really quiet. I swear that I could hear my blood circulate in my veins. I was playing with my phone, so it was already 1 a.m. Suddenly, I heard a very heavy breathe in a small distance from me. I was hearing the breathe coming closer and closer. I looked behind me, and I saw a strong man with a knife. I did not know what to do. I panicked and started running. I had never run so fast. He was following me, and I didn't know where to go. I saw my friend there, and I told him to turn on the car. We left as fast as we could. My friend told me that he thought something was wrong with this girl, so he decided not to leave me alone. When I went home, I saw one message from the girl. It says, "Why the f*** did you run?" I was at school during lunchtime and showing my friends my first phone that I got for my birthday, and they suggested to download an app called Instagram, and so of course I downloaded the app and made my account. I started posting very unique, high-quality pictures, and I was getting about 70 to 80 likes on my photos. I was so proud of myself until I posted a picture of myself and got a decent amount of likes, and after that I got comments saying how cute I look and so on, until someone said, "You're so f***ing hot," and I didn't think too much about it and went on with my day. The next morning, I get a text message from Instagram. It was from Weirda Bear01. The person who commented on my photo before and said, "So you live in Desert Hot Springs, eh?" And I replied with, "How do you know where I live, and who are you?" I asked, and they said, "Let's just say I will be seeing you around." After that, I told my parents. We went to the police station and reported it, but the police said they can't do anything since no actual harm was done, and so my parents said to not block this person because they might give more evidence. The next day after school, I received a text from the same person. It was a picture of my school saying, "Where are you?" Automatically, I knew it was my friends pranking me. I told them to stop messing around with me, but they had no idea what I was talking about, so we reported it to police. This time, they took action of this, and after that, I didn't get a text from that person. 2 years later, I received a text at 3 in the morning from Weirda_Bear01 that sounded very familiar. I looked at the message. It said, "You thought you could fucking get rid of me that easy." I also noticed that my window was open, and my closet door as well. What scared me the most was someone wrote on my closet door with red lipstick saying,
I see you!
I screamed until my lungs were burning. My parents came bursting into my room saying, "What the hell is going on?" I explained it to them. When they called 911, we went outside the house in the front yard. Finally, 10 minutes later, when the police arrived, they went in the house. After a while, they pulled out a woman, very disgusting looking, and the police also found a knife, duct tape, ropes, and condoms that were hidden in my bathroom next to my bedroom. Luckily, I'm fine, and I wasn't harmed. I'm sharing my story to warn other people about the internet and how many creeps there are out there. Just be careful towards any stranger who starts talking to you. A few months ago, I was quick added on Snapchat by some girl who had a normal-looking Bitmoji and was fairly new to Snapchat. Her Snap score was only about 400 or 500. I accepted the request since I could always use some more friends and some more streaks, and she almost immediately texted me, despite the request being about 6 hours old when I first saw it. She texted me, "Hey cutie, what's up?" I was a bit confused by this message, as she had never seen a picture of me yet, and Bitmojis aren't necessarily accurate. I just replied, "Hello," and the conversation continued on as normal for about 10 to 15 minutes. Eventually, she sent me a picture of herself. I was a little surprised by it, as she looked exactly like one of my girlfriend's friends that I had met on a night out one time. I simply dismissed it as being coincidental. People often have some who look similar to themselves. She requested a picture of myself, and I just sent her a simple selfie of me. Again, she referred to me as being cute, but it wasn't as weird this time because now she had actually seen me. I just thought of it as her being nice. She started flirting with me, even after I brought up how I had a girlfriend. She would say stuff like, "I wish you didn't have a girlfriend. You seem so sweet and cute, and the color of your eyes is making my heart flush." She would even get sexually explicit with some of her compliments. Out of nowhere, she sends me 2 more selfies of her. This time, they were 2 pictures of other women I had only met once or twice in my life. One of them was my girlfriend's other friend, and another was an old classmate of mine from 8th grade. Assuming it was my girlfriend doing some stupid loyalty test to me, I just said to her, "Nice try, Aurora," not my girl's real name. "You should know, after 2 years of dating, I'd never cheat on you." After I said this, she sent me a picture of yet another girl I hardly knew and said, "Who the f*** is Aurora?" Freaked out a bit now, I asked who this really was. She got really pissy with me, saying how every new person she meets accuses her of being a catfish because she always looks like somebody they know. I asked her if she had more pictures of herself just to see if I'm not losing my mind. She sends me 5 more. Each of yet another girl I knew, this time some of them were a bit closer to me. I asked her where she got the pictures from, and she was still insistent of them being of her and promising she isn't a catfish. After about 10 minutes of me pressuring the catfish into giving herself up, she sent me a heart-chilling snap. It was a picture of the front of my old house, where I moved away from about 3 to 4 years before this incident. It was taken at the same time of day as this conversation was happening, so I assumed she had taken it at that very moment. I now knew it couldn't be my girlfriend just being creepy, as we weren't dating when I lived there, nor did she ever know about me living there. I figured it was a friend of mine just playing some sick prank with an alt account. But some of the photos they used were of girls that they didn't know about my acquaintances with. She followed it up with several pictures of another girl. This time, they weren't just normal selfies or group photos. They were candid shots of nobody other than my girlfriend. Some of them were of her sitting at stoplights in her car. Others were of her walking into the school we go to. My heart dropped. I haven't been added by anyone similar of nature or heard from that account ever again. I still have no idea who was actually behind it. My girlfriend and I have disabled our Snap Maps to everyone, including our close friends. I still want to believe this was just some sick prank from one of my best friends or something, and not just some genuinely creepy person who was stalking me and my girlfriend.